All right. So, happy Friday. Hopefully you can see me and you can hear me. You might want to have some shades if you're outside. But you definitely want to have your foam roller today. So, I've got my towel because the grass is a little damp. So I'll use that as my little backup set. Can you hear me okay up here? I'm going to just double check and make sure we're all good and then we get started. Can you guys hear me over there by the mat? Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay. So, wipe those feet off, get your foam roller off to the side, and we're just going to start standing tall. I'm going to put my shades on now because that sunshine is already coming down. Feeling great, but blinding me a little. All right, so we're going to start with those feet hip distance apart, so a little bit wider than that sit bone distance apart. And we're going to circle the arms out and up with an inhale, and just notice where do the ribs want to go. And exhale, out and down. Again, inhale out and up. Exhale out and down. Let your eyes follow down to your fingertips and your toes. And again, inhale out and up. Let those ribs splay. Circle them out and down. Give yourself a little wiggle. Now, we're going to start with that sternoclavicular joint, circling the whole shoulder girdle. So collarbone, shoulder blades, two more heads. Here we go. Circle 1 and 2. Adding a little bend of the knees. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Now hands to the elbows, and I want you to think about your elbows drawing those circles. So here we go. Circle forward, up, back, and down. 1 and 2. Notice my ankle, knee, and hip bends are getting a little larger. Circling around, taking 2 more. Exhale, inhale, and exhale, release. Now, I want you to just play with a little internal and external rotation of the shoulders. So from here, we're not just moving the hand. I want you to feel the top of your arm rolling in and out, and then allow the collarbone to participate in the scapula, right? So forward and back, forward and back. Roll them in, roll them out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Switch the breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, puff it up. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Give a nice little wiggle. Now, we're going to stay in that parallel position. We're going to bring the feet a little closer so now they're lined up with your sits bones. Internally rotate those arms, not the chin. Bend the ankles, knees, and hips. Round and give a little tickle to the floor. Feel that sense of your belly lifting away from the thighs, unless you've got some issues with discs in your back and you really want to maintain that flat back. So we inhale and then exhale, open chest. Rotate the thumbs open, circle the arms back. Again, inhale, round forward. Exhale, rotate those arms, pump up the chest. Inhale, round the spine and extend through the sternum. Inhale and exhale. Notice I'm allowing the shoulders to elevate as I reach for the sky and then feeling them slide down into that depression and width on my back line. Again, inhale and exhale. Last one. And exhale. Give yourself a little wiggle. Take those feet a little wider. And we're just going to start with the hips. Shifting side to side. Tick-tock. Right? Trying to maintain neutral pelvis. Tick and the tuck. Right and left. All right. Now give a little bend of the knees. Send it a little farther. And send it a little farther. You can extend the opposite leg, or you can keep it bent. Just saying hello to your hips, working through AD and AB flexion. Just a little. All right. Now from here, keep that knee bend, keep your pelvis vertical and neutral, and see if you can get those ribs to move side to side. And if you haven't been doing a lot of side bends through all parts of your spine, this might feel a little sticky today, and it's okay. We're going to work through it and find some more range. Now, we're going to take it over to the right. Inhale, head and arm over. Bring it back to center. Take it to the left. Inhale, and back to center. Over to the right, and back to center. Over to the left. Let your ribs lead the way first. Back up, and let those shoulders relax. Now, keeping that knee bent, let's give a little twist. Now, notice the hips are moving with the body. So I'm not just planting my pelvis and rotating my upper body around. I want my knees, my ankles, my feet, my hips, and my spine, as well as my shoulders, to experience this twist. It might not be full range to begin, but we'll get there. And around the corner, and around the corner, and around the corner. Now, we're going to bring it back to center, give ourselves a little wiggle, and we're going to come to the edge of the mat. So I'm going to start on this side. Make sure the foam roller is not in the way. Now I just want to take a quick step. Everybody find yourself at the edge of the mat. I want to make sure we're okay. Everybody can hear me. You can see me and you can hear me. All right, fingers crossed. So we're going to start with those feet at the back edge of the mat. Circle your arms out and up with an inhale. Circle them out and down. Nod your chin round and roll it on down. Drop your head, give your tail a little wiggle. Now, adjust your pants. Make sure they look like they're the same length. Close to it. All right, now, we're going to take a little lift of the belly and crouch. Round into your crouch and zip it up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time from here. Bring those feet to parallel and walk yourself out into an all-fours position. Now, you're going to start in that quadruped. Just try to find a fairly neutral alignment for your spine. And you're going to shoot forward through your arms and reach your sit bones back. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. One more. Now reverse the breath. Reach those sits bones back with an inhale. Exhale, drive them forward. Exhale. And trying to stay fairly stable through the spine. One more. Now from here, we're going to take it into a circular motion. So I just want all of your limbs to feel that weight on them. Doesn't matter which direction you go, we're going to switch. Whichever way you started, go the other way. And again, this is forward to the side, to the back, to the side, to the front, to the side, to the back, to the side, to the front, right? Taking it around. Good morning, wrists. Good morning, knees. All right, now we're going to square it off. I'm going to move forward a little bit. There we go. Find a sweet spot in the grass. Now, you're going to round your spine and extend your spine here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale into that upper back and the back of the ribs and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now switch your breath. Inhale here. Wrap those shoulders open and exhale. Lift. Again, inhale and exhale. Lift that belly. Press those hips forward. And last one. Back to center. Now, very easy. Not necessarily max range. Just a little needle thread and up. Just a little needle thread and up. Try to keep those ribs knit in and the belly engaged. Take it to the right and up and to the left and up. One more time. Try to keep the tops of those feet gently pressing into the ground. To the right and up and to the left. Good morning, spine, and up. Now we're going to take one more little ditty to wake up through the center. We are finger painting on an imaginary wall behind us with our bottom. So you just dipped your buns in some paint and you're going to start drawing some circles on that imaginary wall behind you. So if you're outside, hopefully your neighbors are not, checking you out for this next little bit. Here we go. Shoulders open, lift through the belly. long, that thick sock through the job. Dip your buns in the paint and then start with those circles. Now we want to start with them very small. Keep track of which direction you're going because when you reverse, you want to make sure you get the other side. Now these circles are going to get larger. And as they get larger, you should feel that mobility working its way up through the spine. The abdominals are working to lengthen and mobilize and stabilize. Those circles are getting bigger, so big to the point where now my ribs have to participate. Now I'm going to let those shoulders start to join your party. And this is definitely one of those exercises that if you think about it too hard, you'll lose it. So just let it happen, right? Keep those circles happening. Now, we're going to start to circle with our head the same path that the hips are taking. And just allow your spine to move in response to both your tail and your head making those lovely circles. Let's bring it back to center. Woo! Maybe even take a seat, sit up, separate your eyes, let the room or the walls or the world stop spinning in your eyes for a moment. Give a little circle with those wrists and let's take it the other direction. So back into that all fours position, dip your buns in some paint and start with those tiny circles. Maybe it's the size of a quarter and then a little larger, maybe the size of a baseball. And then we're working our way into a large orange, and then a grapefruit, and then a small soccer ball, or a mini seedless watermelon. And just start going larger and larger from there. Work your way up through that spine. Breathe. Letting those ribs start to participate. Really feel how the ribs move opposite the hips. And find those sticky spots that you can breathe into to open up. So this doesn't have to be super fast. Take your time. Work your way up. Start to get those shoulders involved. And then we bring the cervical spine and the head into the hips. So your head matches your hips. Use that breath. You might keep your eyes open. You might close them. Find what works for you. Feel those ribs circling around. We'll take a minute. Come back to center. Let everything stop spinning around us. Calm our mind. Check out those wrists. Now that we've gotten everything juicy, let's try to bring some stability back to the chest. So please grab your foam roller. And we're going to take a seat. So I want your hips all the way at that front edge of that foam roller, right? We want the sits bones straddling the foam. So from here, just make sure it feels comfortable for you. If it's too intense, take a break at any time. We're going to start with the hands on the thighs and the ground, just to kind of feel our way through this first pancake. So, ready? Inhale at the top, drawing that low belly in. Exhale, curl the pelvis and stay out there. How you doing? Stay drum. Scoop the belly. Can we get those lumbar vertebrae connected down into it? Feel the thoracic spine connect, and then lay that head down. I have the side details today because the head lies down on the foam roller. What nice and easy here. Now, to begin, I want you to just find the happy place. So it doesn't have to be a perfect neutral. I just want your back to be able to relax on top of that foam roller. We're going to take the arms up towards the sky. Chin is up, chest is open. And we're going to take some scapular glides here. So a little retraction and protraction. So keeping the elbows straight, we're moving from that sternoclavicular joint. Collarbone and shoulder blade are going to reach forward to the sky and then back around the foam roller. Here we go. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Notice this is not a big elbow bend. This is a small range, a very small motion but we're just getting some lubrication in there. Now we're going to keep those shoulder blades plugged into the foam roller behind us. Keep the ribs knit into the belly, just a little active in there. And we're going to open the arms wide with an inhale. And then we're going to exhale and squeeze the arms, straight elbows, press the hands together. Inhale. And exhale, open. Inhale here. And exhale, squeeze. Inhale. And exhale, open. Inhale here. And exhale, squeeze. Inhale, squeeze. And exhale, open. Now you're going to circle your right arm over your head. Let that palm turn to face in, and the left arm is going to turn to face in as well as it slides down towards your hips or the foam roller down by your feet. Right? So from here, we inhale. The palms are going to rotate to face the ceiling as we come through the T position, and then the palms are going to face in again as we circle back to the other side. The left arm is up and the right arm is down. So we inhale and exhale. Try to keep those ribs drawing down. Inhale and exhale. Now your arms might not appreciate this full range, so keep them up a little bit. If you need to work here, that is just fine. We're just trying to get a little more movement to the shoulder girls while the neck is relaxed and the head is supported. Chest is open. Here we go. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. And left arm up. Now both arms up. Inhale here. Feel your belly draw in. You can come into an imprint if it feels good, or stay neutral. Just keep those ribs down. Inhale. Exhale. Both arms float overhead in the range that you can manage without discomfort. Inhale. And exhale. Draw down with those ribs. One more time. And exhale. Now we're going to circle the arms around. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, nod the chin, and find that hundreds curl. Now you choose. Do I want to be in an imprint? Do I want to be in a neutral? Where do I want my spine to be? That's up to you today. Where your back feels best. Hollow belly. Walk your feet closer to the midline. And then we're going to stay in this position and march. Can we stabilize on that foam roller? 4, 5. Keep the breath moving. Now, of course, if this is too much strain on the neck, please put your head back down on the foam. Now, we are trying to stay stable here, so we're not wiggle wobbling all over the place. We're going to set those feet down, circle the arms overhead without letting the ribs pop up, and back down. Now, we're going to do the same thing or similar with the hands down. Find that happy place on your foam. Chin and chest are open. Neck is soft. Belly is sunken. Press down with those arms. Float those legs up and find your tabletop. Now we're going to take a single leg tap. So we inhale here. Exhale, lower and tap. Inhale, return. Right leg repeats. 2 and 3. Open shoulders and 4. Remember, those shoulder blades are wrapped around the back of the foam. Left leg taps for 4 and 3. Staying stable through the torso. 2 and 1. Now we flex the right foot and extend it long. Point the toes and return. Exhale, reach it out 2. Feel the belly draw down. Point, inhale in. And 3. And return. And 4. And return. Left leg out. And point, return. Flex, extend 2. Point and return. Flex, extend 3. Point and return. Last one. Inhale, return. Can we try both sides? Yes, of course. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll the upper body forward. We're going to stretch the arms, shoulders wide, hollow abdomen. Flex the feet, extend out 1, point and return. Exhale, press 2, point and return. Exhale, press 3, point and return. Lay the head and shoulders down. Now, we're going to extend the legs towards the sky, jumping right into the fire, if you will. Flex the feet, lower down. Only in the range that you can stay stable. Point the toes, inhale to return. Flex and lower down 2, point and return, inhale. Flex and lower down 3, inhale, point as you return those legs. Steady on that foam roller. Soft neck and jawline. Open through the chest. Controlled through the belly. We're going to switch the feet and the breath. So we're going to inhale as we lower and exhale as we raise. What kind of crazy world is this? And inhale, point toes, lower down. Flex, inhale to return. Exhale to return. Point, inhale to lower. And exhale, squeeze the belly. Inhale, lower down. And exhale. One last time. Inhale. And exhale. To return. Bend those knees. Set them on down. Open those arms out to the side. And I'd like you to take your elbows into a bend, into a W position. And we're going to just reach overhead with an inhale. And exhale, drive those elbows down towards the heels as the chest is open, trying to keep your thumbs in contact with the floor and the palms facing in. Ribs are down, neutral spine as best you can. Inhale overhead and exhale. Open chest. Feel free to let your head roll side to side, staying on the foam roller. My pigtail buns get in the way for that. Now we're going to circle the arms overhead and then down next to the hips and bring them back up. How are we feeling? Good? I should take a quick check. So give me a thumbs up. Are you with me still? Is the connection all right? Give me a quick thumbs up if you're here. It's all good. Awesome. Thanks, Sue. All right, back to our foam rollers. Okay. So we're back on that foam. Also a nice little break for your back. Roll it on down. Head to the foam. Make sure your head is supported as well as your hips. Arms are down, chin is up, chest is open, ribs are in, neutral spine or subtle imprint if you need it to keep your back happy today. Listen to your body. Here we go. Forearms down, chest wide, inner thighs dipped. Now we're going to just stretch the right leg, and you're going to use your arms quite a bit. I want you to stay steady on the foam, and you're going to let your right leg open only as far as you can stay steady, and then zip it back to the midline. Again, flex the foot this time. Open it out, and back in. And one more time, point the toes, and back in, and flex the foot. Open it out, and back in. Bend the knee, and return to tabletop. Extend the left leg. Here we go. Open out to the side. Trying to stay steady on the foam. Flex the foot, open out, and zip it to the midline. Can you tell one side is easier than the other? Or perhaps one side has more range? Yeah, we're human. That happens. Here we go. Now both legs are going to circle. So you're going to try to keep them parallel. We're going to draw them a little closer to the chest. Open them out to the side, keeping them parallel. So don't keep the feet together. Let the feet and knees move together. And then circle down and zip them together and return to tabletop. Hug them in. Looking to maintain that spinal alignment that you're in. Squeeze in. Open to the side. Circle down. Zip them and return. Now switch. Away. Open. Together. And squeeze closer to the chest without collapsing the spine. And one more time. Away. Open. Draw them in. Zip. And back to tabletop. Stretch those legs. Now we're going to take just a little helicopter here. So you can leave the knee slightly bent if it feels better on your back. You find that happy position. Now right leg down, left leg open. Both legs are going to circle out to the side. And then switch. And then we're going to scissor. Circle around. 2. Steady pelvis. Switch. And 3. Switch. One more. Keep that breath moving. Now one more scissor. And circle around. And switch. And 2. And switch. Keep that breath moving. Steady through the pelvis. Be mindful that your back isn't doing the work, that this is coming from the abdomen. Bend the knees. Set those feet down and say, thank you, hips. Good morning. Now, we're going to have a little fun. And for those of you that are being careful with your neck, please just take whatever version of this you can. You can even bring your hands to the back of the head to help support it. Just make sure you're not yanking on your neck. So we're going to slide those shoulders wide and low. Feel that sense of width through the front of your chest as well as the back. And try not to collapse either. So we're not trying to protract or retract. We want that nice wide chest. Fingertips together in front of your nose or in front of your sternum, you choose. Now, we're going to take that little Pilates nod. So just one fist distance, that's it. Take a sip of breath as you exhale. Roll the upper body forward. Reach through the thighs. Reach on the outside of the thighs. Back through the thighs and back down. Are you with me? Here we go. Inside, outside, inside, down. And 2 and out. And repeat. In, out, in, and down. And reach. 2, 3, and down. And in, out, in, and down. And in, out, in, and down. And reach. Those arms long through the fingertips. Be mindful, how does the low back feel? Can you feel the upper abdominals, the upper abdominal area talking to you? Yes, of course. But do you also feel how the lower belly can be involved here? Focus on your breath. Focus on not letting that pelvic floor just completely relax. And up, through. Last 1, 2, 3, and down. Now we're going to bring the hands to the mat, and you're going to choose a side. It doesn't matter which side. You can pull yourself off to the right or off to the left. I have a little more space to me on my mat to the left. So I'm going to roll myself off of the foam roller. Hug the knees into the chest, and just take a minute. Take a moment, let your low back relax into the ground, into the floor. We're going to grab the backs of the thighs and rock ourselves up. Now, rolling like a ball on this lump of grass is going to be a fun adventure. So, let's do it together. I'll be a little wobbly. Hopefully you will not. Here we go. Hands to the shins. Shoulders down, elbows wide. Hollow. Try to find that low belly. Inhale to prepare. And we rock. Remember, never onto the neck. We stop at the back of the shoulders. Rock it back. Roll it up. And smooth C curve. And 3, 4. Let's take 2 more because it feels so good. And rise it up and take a little wiggle. All right. Now I'm going to face the other direction and actually take a shift off in a minute. Didn't want to face it great. Now we're going to tuck the toes and we're going to place the foam roller underneath the shin, just behind the knee. And we're going to start in that all-fours position once again. But I'm going to walk myself forward just a little bit so the knees are actually behind the hips. Now, those shoulders are nice and awake. We're going to bring that sternum forward through the arms and lift the belly. So you can take a couple cat-cows or little wiggles through the spine to make sure you're right where you want to be. Walk the knees all the way together. So inner thighs is next to begin. And we're going to just draw the knees through the arms. 1. Keeping them lifted. 2, 3, and 4. Keep it moving. Use that breath. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Now, sit back and take a little breath, a little stretch. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to inhale as the knees pull in. And we're going to really try to keep those sit bones pointed straight back. So rather than allowing any kind of round of the spine to happen. So, once again, we're going to take the knees just slightly separated. So maybe sit bones apart. Sternum forward. I'm going to inhale and then exhale to prepare. Inhale as I draw the knees in. 4, 5, 6. Reach those sit bones back. 7. Exhale. Inhale. Last 1. Set those toes down. Sit back and reach through the arms. Now, we're going to continue with this play. You can come up onto your fists. You can do fingertips. You can stay flat on those hands. You can put down your forearms, but your ankles will change a little bit. So, if you've got a box or an ottoman to set your forearms on, that'll be helpful to lift your body up. So here we go. We're going to come back to this quadruped position with the knees a little back, and we're going to start with one leg. So left leg is back, chin is up, trying to keep those hips square and not let my pelvis collapse off to that right side. So feel where you are with both legs on. Don't let it change as that second leg goes out. Chest is wide, we pull it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going for 8, 6, 7, 8. Switch it up, my friends. Sternum forward. Right leg extends. Again, no collapsing. Stay square. Energy reaching out through that back leg. Pull it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Set it on down. Sit back. Give your shoulders a little break. Now we're going to take the forearms down farther out, and we're going to pull both knees in. Keeping the knees away from the mat, we're going to lift those hips up and really feel that courageous anterior drive the forearms forward. So it doesn't turn into a pelvic shrug, it turns into a wide back with the arms in that overhead position, a little upward rotation of the scapula. Let's do it. Here we go. So find those forearms down. Make sure you can really press into both sides equally. Take a sip of breath to prepare. Exhale, fold them in. Push the floor away. Again. Got a lumpy spot. Here we go. 2 and 3, 4. Lift those hips. 5. Push those elbows away from you. 6, 7, and roll them in. Walk it back. Take a little breather. Hopefully that felt pretty good. We're going to zip up the other thighs now. Do the same thing, but we're going to add a little twist. Literally, a little twist. So your forearms are going to stay square, and you're going to pull your knees to one side and then the other as your hips and lower rib cage rotate around. So, here we go. I wonder if this ground would be a little more cooperative the other way. And give it a shot. All right. So from here, we're starting with those forearms down. It's time to twist. Chest up and open. We roll. 1 and 2. You gotta push down with those arms. Don't let them collapse. Push away. 3 and 4. Inner thigh zip, lift through the belly. 6. I'm gonna walk it out a little bit. Here we go. 7 and 8. Can we do 2 more? Yes, of course we can. Last one. And bring it on in. Rise up to those arms. Take a little breather. Now, I want you to just take a minute. Open up through the front of that hip. Take a nice little side bend. Not a huge stretch, but we're trying to get upright. And then switch. Press that pelvis forward, square off. Inhale. And over. Bring it back up. Give a little wiggle. All right, my friends. Take that foam roller out in front of you, and we're going to take a seat. So we've got the back of the ankles resting on the foam roller. We're going to try and find parallel. So the balls of the feet are together, and the heels are slightly separated. I've got my Barbie feet rocking right now. So I'm reaching through the balls of the feet while my toes are flexed back towards my nose. So I've got this long energy through the top, but I'm still actively drawing those toes back towards me. Shades are on. Here we go. Inhale to prepare. I'm going to flex my feet as I lift the belly, draw up and over into that spine stretch, and then back into the Barbie feet, curling the pelvis. Roll down all the way to the mat. Now, inhale to prepare here. I'm going to roll that foam roller in so the soles of the feet are on top of the stone. Let me get back on the mat. From here, we're going to take those arms pressing down into the floor. Feet are nice and close as you can feel comfortable with that knee bend. And I'm going to hinge to begin. Rise up into that bridge. Lose the shapes. Here we go. Right leg up and tap. 2 and 3 and 4. Set it down. Square, stable pelvis. Left leg up. Tap. 2, 3, and 4. Sweep the arms overhead. We're going to roll down as I reach the fingertips and articulate through the spine, lengthening. Flex the feet, reach those heels. Point the toes, not the chin. Round and roll up and over and rise back up. Now the foam roller is underneath my calves. Hopefully, that will be the appropriate position for me to easily roll back and forth. Barbie feet. Ready? And exhale, up and over. Flex the feet. Reach out through those heels this time. Roll down. Roll it on in. We're going to take the arms overhead and set the feet down. Roll up into that bridge. Arms are overhead. Palms face each other. Right leg up and tap. 2, 3, 4. Adding on. Give it a kick. Flex and tap the foam. Kick it up. Set it down. Kick. Flex and tap with a straight leg. Kick it up. Set it down. Roll down through the spine. Reach out through the heels. Nod the chin. Round and roll up and over. Point the toes and roll up. Here we go. Inhale, Barbie feet. Exhale, up and over. Flex the feet. Reach out through those heels. Roll down, one vertebra at a time. Arms sweep overhead, knees bend. Bring that foam roller close. Inhale to prepare. Curl round and roll it on up. Left leg up. Tap for 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Adding on. Can, kick it, flex, lower down, kick it up, set it down, kick it up, flex down, point, kick it up, set it down. Reach those fingers, lengthen those thighs, roll down through the spine, roll out through those legs, round and roll up and over, and rise up to sit tall. Now, parallel again, so balls of the feet touching, heels are separating, chin is up, chest is open, give a little pulse, center, and pulse, center. Again, pulse, center, and pulse. This is challenging us to sit high on those sit bones. If you need to bend your knees, go for it. And karate chop. Oh, around the corner, last one. Here we go. Roll it on down. Now, a little more fun, my friends. Grab a hold of that foam roller in between your ankles. Float those legs up. Make sure you've got it under control as best as you can. Put it between those heels. There we go. Hands down. Inner thighs are squeezed. Take a sip of breath. Roll up and over. And pause. Give a little tap and raise. And roll down. Now, arms to the sky. Inhale to prepare. Lower those legs halfway. Rise up. Find the top of that teaser. Lift your chest. Up. Set that foam roller down. Now, these lumps in the grass are driving me a little sideways. Now, I'm going to leave the foam roller down on the floor, setting the feet down, adjust as you need. Spine stretch here. Keep that pelvis vertical. Nod your chin round. Flex the feet. Roll up and over that foam roller. Inhale while you're out. Exhale, roll it back in. Take the foam roller off to the side. Zip up those inner thighs. Inhale to prepare. Point the toes. Roll it down. Hands to the mat. Roll up and over. Pause. Flex the feet. Open shoulder width only. Roll down through the spine. Point the toes at 90. Arms up. Inner thigh sit. Legs lower halfway. Rise up. Find that teaser. And again, pulse. And pulse. And pulse. And pulse. Last one only. 3 to each side. Lower those legs. Come up and over. You just give yourself a little wiggle. You feeling good? Okay. Now, it's been a while since I've done any of this, so I'm guessing it might have been a while since you have as well. So what we're going to do is start on our knees, facing forward. Foam roller is up against the right leg. The left leg is going to step forward, so the foam roller is close to the right knee, right? I'm going to keep it there as I bring my opposite hand. So my left hand comes to the foam and right hand comes out. I'm going to lay down on my forearm and find my tolerable position where I'm on the side of my right thigh. Not on the front of my right thigh or the back of my right thigh, right on the side. And for most people, it's like, ay, 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 hi there, ITM. Now we're just going to, as relaxed as possible, let that leg extend and bend at the knee. Now from here, with it straight but soft, we're going to take just a little bit of rolling. Now, we're going to breathe and move at a pace that's tolerable for you. So you find that pace of movement, which could be no movement at all, that you can still breathe and stay calm in your body. No panic. We want to stay below that greater trochanter. We don't really want to put pressure on the greater trochanter while we're putting body weight and gravity on. We don't want to irritate the person on the joint. Again, find that sweet spot a little closer to the hip and let that leg bend and straighten. And then take a seat. Oh, just a little like, hi there. Now, before we get to the other side, I want you to come onto your knees and just take a little journey with me. Can you feel the difference between the two sides? I can. This side's like a party, and this side's not quite ready for the party. So we got to get this side in action. So here we go. Side 2. To the other side of the mat, foam rollers up against the left leg. Right foot steps forward, right hand comes across to the foam. We're going to walk out onto that mat, keeping the foam close to the knee to begin, and then we come down to that forearm. Now, again, this side can feel completely different from the other side, so don't sweat it. It's normal. Just breathe and move at the pace that you can tolerate. So, with the foam roller above the knee, we're just going to let our body weight melt into the foam and breathe and swing that leg forward and back a few times. And then if you feel comfortable, we'll start a few rolls. Remember, you want to be on the side of the leg. Your body naturally is going to try to throw you off of the painful area. And sometimes you do need to just get off of the painful area, but most of the time, your body can tolerate a little calm focus. Find the discomfort and just see if you can breathe into it. If it just keeps intensifying, then take a break, get off. But if you can find that moment of surrender, then go for it. See if you can get those tissues to find a little hydration and a little stimulation so that they're not just locked in place. Now from here, we're going to bring it closer to the hip, but again, not on the greater trochanter. And we're going to swing that leg back and forth. Excellent. All right, my friends. Come on down from there. Take a seat. And of course, since we did it after the first side, we got to do it on the second side. Let's take a little, yeah, we got a party on both sides now. All right, so let's play with that a little further. So knees are down, maybe sit bone distance or slightly wider, you choose where that feels okay on your knees. We're going to sit back and back up. Now I want you to feel hips come back, head, shoulders, ribs, and hips stay on top of each other. So this is not this, right? We're trying to stay stacked. We can bring it back and we rise up. Unfortunately, this is the only way I can get the breast to cooperate with me. So back and up and back and up and back and up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, exhale, take it to the side. Now we bring more of that hinge aspect into it, so the hips go and the body does pitch forward. We're testing and challenging that lateral system. Reach in opposition and up, reach in opposition and up and up and reach and up and reach and up and reach and up and reach. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You should feel those glutes saying, hi there. Last one, and up. Take it into a little side bend, and up, and a little side bend. See if you can find the floor, and up. Shake out those shoulders. All right. Now, we're going to set that foam roller down off to the side behind us. I'm going to double check our time. Beautiful. We got a little more to go. All right, so we're going to take, you have choices here. Head, shoulders, and hips at the back edge of the mat with the feet forward to create that long L shape, or all the way straight in the middle. You choose whether you want to be in that total neutral or if you want to be slightly flexed at the hips. Spine is still neutral either way. So, from here, chin is up, chest is lifted, ribs are knit in, belly is engaged, neck is long. Here we go. We're going to start with those toes pointed and the heels together. So a very subtle Pilates V rotation. Fingertips are going to tickle. We're going to float up into that long banana and back down. Are you ready for your dose of potassium? Here it is. And 3 and 4. Remember, we're reaching long, not up. 5 and 6. Hold it here. Relax that bottom shoulder, but stay lifted. Scissor those legs. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Zip them up. Lay it down. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Keep it breathing. And 6. Hold it up. Now from here, one leg comes up and the other leg stays long. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Zip them up. Lay them down. We should feel that side body saying, oh yes, happy Friday. Feels glorious. Now, we're going to do it again. 6 more bananas. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Stay up. Scissor the legs again, but add some rotation so the upper body reaches forward on 1. It's going to circle overhead as the legs switch. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Staying lifted. 7 and 8 and 9, 10. 2 more. Last one. Back to center. Zip them up. Lay it all down. Bend those knees. Walk it on in. Take your knees over to the opposite side, but don't lie down yet. Now you can keep them here, or you can bring them into that, bed leg position with your front leg forward. You choose what feels better on your body. Make sure your knees are happy and your hips are tolerating it. I like to grab a hold of that chin, circle the arm up and over, and sweep it back. And exhale over, and sweep it back. One more. Over without. Rotate, reach long. Bring it back to your side bend. Circle around, and give those shoulders some goo. Side 2. Here we go. So we've got bananas, scissors, bananas in march, and then bananas and scissors with rotation. So, again, feet forward, hips and body back, or everything in that long neutral position. Right hand or top hand, fingertips just tickle the floor. Chin up, chest open, knit everything in, find length in your whole body. And then we grow even longer as we reach up and out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Hold it up on 6. Set it down. Chest open, shoulders wide. Bottom leg forward, we scissor. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. We did 12, but we didn't count everything. Lay it all down. Palm faces up. Fingertips. Reach long. Inhale. Exhale up. 1 and 2. Lengthen long. 3 and 4. Chin up, shoulders wide. Hold it up on 6. Soften that neck and jawline. Now, parallel legs. Bottom leg comes up. Top leg reaches long. We switch. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Boy, wasn't that fun. Lay it all down. We feel some nice movement in there. Here we go. Chin up, chest open. Exhale up. Heels together. And 2. Pilates V there. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. We stay up. That bottom arm comes down, soft through the shoulder. Bottom leg forward, top leg back. Reach that top arm forward. Try to find some rotation with the upper body. 1. Sweep it back. And 2. Sweep it back. And 3. Sweep it back. And 4. Rotate around. And 5. Last one. And sweep it back. Bring it back to center and lay it all down. Bend those knees, walk it on in. Bring your knees over to the second side. Or the first side, I should say. Hand hangs onto the shin. Chin up. Shoulders wide. Roll out and fall. Here we go. Over into that side bend. Soften the neck. You can turn the head or look straight ahead. And again. Inhale. And bring it back. Now, third time, we come up and over. We rotate. Long on that diagonal, lifting the abdominals just to give ourselves a little more support and feel a little more stretch. Find that breath into the side, both inhaling and exhaling through all of these positions, and then circle open the chest. Circle it back and down, and give a nice little wiggle. Hopefully you're feeling great here, my friends. Now, we're going to take the foam roller for a second and place it underneath the upper back. So I want you to think about bra line through the mid-back. For gentlemen, please bro line just below the shoulder blades, maybe even close to the bottom, that lower angle, the lower tip of the scapula. Find that sweet spot where you're really encouraging some opening through the chest and length through the front of the body without just dumping and splaying at the ribs. We want to find some stretch to open up the thoracic spine. So, from here, we're going to leave our hips down and place that foam roller, like I said, right at the base of the shoulder blades. Bring the hands to the head. I'd like you to swing your elbows forward so that you can at least see them in your peripheral vision, maybe even more. We're trying to encourage those scapula to lean wide on the ribs. And then we're going to lay it on back. Now, I can just dump and let my ribs splay, or I can keep the ribs down just a little and let the weight of my head help me to open up to that thoracic spine. Now, if you are not injured anywhere in that thoracic or cervical spine, you can play. If you are being very careful and sensitive with this, just take a moment and breathe. Maybe even just put a towel underneath you and lay back and breathe. If you are healthy here, I want you to try and let yourself hang back, elbows forward, and then let your knees rock side to side. Feel your weight roll from one side of your sacrum to the other, and feel how the bottom of the rib cage goes with it. So again, we're trying to find just a little stimulation into that thoracic area, right? Into that mid-back, into the ribs. Don't let them lock up so much. Switch the hands, how they're holding your head. And then allow your hands to help you. Elbows come forward. Roll yourself back up. Give yourself a little wiggle. Now we're going to take that foam roller out in front of us. No hands, right? Up and over. Walk those feet back. Set your foam down. Now again, if overhead reach feels uncomfortable on your shoulders or your neck, keep your hands on the floor and you can just rock your hands and slide your hands on the floor. If you're good, go for it. So here we are, lying on our belly, and the foam roller's out in front. Just watch out. It gets in the way. We're going to start with the foam roller in the middle of the forearms. Legs are parallel but wide. I'm going to nod my chin and look down. Now I'm plugging my pelvis and my pubic bone and my ASIS into the mat. So I'm looking for that long neutral alignment with the pelvis and the lumbar. My head is down, ears between the biceps. I'm just going to elevate and depress a few times as I rock on that foam roller. And breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now, I'm going to inhale as I elevate, and then exhale, slide them down. Turn the palms to face the ground. Now I'm going to inhale again and rise up, pressing down on that foam roller, lifting my heart. Exhale, roll it on down. Inhale to prepare, reaching long. Exhale, slide the shoulders down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, lengthen it down. Now we're going to try one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Now we're going to rock our spine. Are you ready? Exhale. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Rock. Keep that breath moving lengthen it on down. Give a nice little wiggle. That was wonderful. Bring those hands back to the shoulders, back to being in line with the ribs. Feel those shoulder blades wrap back in together and then widen. Wrap them together and then widen. One more time, wrap them together and widen. Lift the belly, walk your knees together, press up and find that kneeling plank, and then take some circles forward to the side, back and around, and reverse. Take a little seat. Now, from here, take that foam roller off to the side again. And we're just going to take the hips off to one side and the hands off to the other. And then switch to the other side. We're going to come back to center, roll it on up, give ourselves a little wiggle. Now we're going to wrap it up with one final ditty. You guys know me. One final ditty, guys. So we're going to take that foam roller, make sure we're good, yep. Foam roller between the thighs. We're going to come up onto those knees and finish with our 100s. Make sure you're sniffing and taking little short blows so you're energizing for the day. So your knees are down. You're squeezing that foam roller in between your thighs, keeping that energy knitting in to help us grow tall. My heels are squeezing, my inner thighs are squeezing. My hips are extended, chin and chest are up, hands are down. You can take karate chop pumps or palms back pumps, it's up to you. Find that length. I think this is a shades on exercise, don't you think? Yes, here we go. Inhale, exhale, hinge it back. Find that hinge, it's not a back bend. Long, neutral, in a hinge, and we pump. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sniff, 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 sniff. Blow, 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 blow. Keep it moving. Keep it pumping. Keep it breathing. Keep it steady. Keep it going. Sniff and blow. Keep on pumping, my friends. Keep on breathing. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a great time. I hope you feel fabulous. You are still pumping and breathing. 100 pumps is what we're going for. I miss you, but there's good news, I think. I will start teaching next week outside to a group. So I will be here next Friday. Don't you worry. Well, have a wonderful weekend. Maybe I'll see you next week at midtown. Have a glorious day, you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.